You know,
I'm
right,
right.
the podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest themes in entertainment, reality TV, sports, entrepreneurship, and so much more. Nick Durst here along with Joe Calabrese. And Joe, our show is for the winners, isn't it?
Our show is for the winners. We are so happy because over the last couple of years, we've gotten the opportunity to develop a really great relationship. We had this person on when he won Big Brother 25. And most recently, him and his brother just won season 38 of The Amazing Race. What an amazing experience. Nick, I know you couldn't be in attendance, but we did the Amazing Race finale party at the same place. We did that watch party for the Amazing Race in Berry Park in Brooklyn a couple of months ago. Got to see him then. We got to see him in Orlando. See them both in Orlando. We're very, very happy to have him back on. I'm pretty sure, what is this now? Three times for the winner, and then for
Three-time guest, yeah.
three-time guest. For his brother, it's his first time, but we're very happy to have them both on. We welcome Jag and Jas Bains to the show. Jag,
Sure.
I know you every time I see you in person, you're always giving I'm right, some love. We appreciate
Uh-huh.
that. We hope you guys are feeling better. And what's up?
Oh, well, first of all, thank you for having us. It's always so fun being here. We're super stoked. What's up? I mean, we're just riding the high. The finale just happened not too long ago, and it's just been incredible.
Well, it's interesting, that just happened a little bit ago. You won, but I'm curious here, as Joe mentioned. Oh, I hope you guys are feeling better. So you guys just got your wisdom teeth removed. I mean, that's true
Yeah.
brotherhood to do it together. Was there a 2-for-1 special? How'd the dental coverage
We
work?
actually, we actually had the appointment at the same time. We were holding hands next to each other and struggling through it together. Um, I mean, look. I think he decided to get his wisdom teeth out first, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna get mine out later. I might as well do it at the same time. If we're gonna be drinking soups, we might as well do it together, you know? And so,
What better way to celebrate a win than get our wisdom teeth out, you
yeah,
know? So
nothing
There
screams
you go. You
celebrate.
had all the wisdom you needed for that puzzle at the end, and then you got
Oh,
rid of that. So you guys are good to go. I'm curious. You guys got a lot going on with obviously the show, your entrepreneurship and whatnot. So what's the first app you guys are checking on your phone every day?
the first
first,
app. What's the first app that we're checking on our phone? I don't know, probably my text or something,
that's what
or
I check. Yeah, messages.
Yeah. See,
Because
I don't know. We ask it all the time, and people don't say that. I don't understand why. First thing I do is like turn my phone on. I'm like, all right, let me see if I got messages. I'm gonna check that.
yeah,
People have the weirdest. Oh, I'm going straight to TikTok. Like, I gotta see what people
they're
are
getting
searching
right to
for.
work, straight to TikTok, straight
I mean,
brain rot. That's so funny. Yeah,
A
I'd
good
probably say
answer.
messages. Yeah, yeah,
So you guys are only 1 year apart, right, in age.
yeah.
You guys have always had a very close relationship through the years.
yeah.
We have, yeah. He's a year and a half older than me, and like yeah, we've always been tight. Like grew up together, super close. Went
We
to
actually have a
college.
sister too.
Yeah, we have a sister too. Who's like the oldest, and then yeah, we went to college together. We were roommates then, and business partners, and then lived in LA as roommates together. And so we've been attached at the hip. And so doing the Amazing Race was like such a cool experience because we're already so tight and it just brought us even closer.
so once Jazz makes the decision to attend University of Washington, was it even a question that Jag's going there next? Like, what was that? What was that 1 year like? At high school, Omak High School, Jag, without your brother.
I mean, look, I'm super close to my siblings. Like it was my sister also went to the University of
Mm.
Washington, so it was the whole Baines family taking over UW. Um, and so yeah, like she first left, and then it was just us in high school running things, doing what we can. And then he left, and honestly, it was fine. It was chill. I have friends, it's not like it's only him that I have in my life, I'm
Wait, you
not,
have friends?
yeah, I'm not that much of a loner. Yeah, like when I check my messages in the morning, I usually have one message and it's from him
Yeah.
texting me. But
Wait, you
All
guys don't
my
live in the
friends
same
are
room?
yeah. We're in
So
separate
I
rooms.
brought this.
We're like
Just
down the
down the
hall.
hall. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, check your text.
Yeah, I brought this up, Jag, I think at the party when I came up to you, right? We mentioned like the University of Washington, doing all that fun stuff, right? So you got to appear, recently they kind of incorporated you into a game. So talk about like getting to start doing those types of cool experiences and other things that you maybe have done, since Big Brother or now since The Amazing Race. I know it hasn't really been too much time and you guys, had the wisdom teeth taken care of. But just talk about some cool experiences that you've gotten to do now. And now is anybody contacting you or reaching out to you and your brother now after winning The Amazing Race?
Yeah, I mean, so the UW game was really cool. We both got to go there, and we're recognized as like UW alumni that are on the Amazing Race. That was like heading into semifinals, and so it was pretty cool. Like
Mhm.
getting to hype up the whole stadium for like a big home game that no, we didn't win.
No, we got our
We
ass
didn't win.
kicked.
I was about to just lie and be like, you know what, just for aura, like we won. No, but like just getting up to hype up the stadium, like we love UW. We went to like every single football game when we were there. And so just being back in that, like, just the spirit of it all is so fun. And so I think it's been cool being able to have those opportunities. And then also like continue to stay involved with different organizations and things that we were involved with before, like Special Olympics. Right after Big Brother, I think the first thing that I did or organization or anything that I went to was Special Olympics, and they had their state games in the fall, and I went there and said hi, and they introduced me and everything. And so it's been cool to stay involved with the things that we love, and then also have cool opportunities like that football game that we went to.
Yeah, getting recognized. Well, you mentioned the Special Olympics, and obviously you guys have a tremendous work ethic. Hustlers, working hard. I mean, Jag, your brother in high school. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. Key Club International, Knowledge Bowl, Associated Student Body, Friends of Rachel Club,
You
Link Crew,
bullying these?
National Honor Society, varsity tennis, varsity soccer, junior varsity track, and varsity cross country. I mean, how do you have the time for the
Did he clone
academics there?
himself?
Where did you
Salutatorian.
pull this from? Where did you
I
get?
know so much. You know more than we know. If you asked us what we did in high school, I wouldn't be able to name off.
How'd you get our mom's number?
Yeah,
At the for the finale party when you guys were celebrating
You're
together,
always
which was
hanging out with your
unbelievable.
parents.
So amazing. I mean, like everybody was so happy for you guys. But yeah, I mean, like, did you clone yourself or something? How did do you physically do all that?
That's so. Yeah, how
I
did you
mean,
do
we
that?
we were both very involved in high school. Even in college, we were super involved. That's just like who we are. We love just like being involved, giving back, doing everything that we can. Because there's not like at the end of the day, there's not a lot of people that look like us,
Mhm.
right? And the more we put ourselves out there, the more people can interact with people that look like us, right? And we're able to represent our community, even at like smaller scales, like our high school or college, and now at like a bigger school, being the
Big
first
scale,
Punjab
yeah.
basic team at like
Also,
on
we
the
had
base
fun.
race.
We have fun with it all.
Yeah,
Like it seems like. I mean, it is a lot on our plate, and it is hard work, or it does take effort and time and energy and all that. But we also enjoy doing it. All the way
yeah.
since middle school or whenever we started getting involved with everything that we could, up until now. Like people ask me all the time, like how hard was Big Brother, or they ask us how hard was Amazing Race, and it was incredibly difficult, and we loved it.
Mhm.
We've always sort of had that sort of mindset.
And how often growing up did you get confused for the other person? And Jas, ever since Jag was on Big Brother, how many people have come up to him and be like, Jag, love the show, man. Great job.
So many times. Like we would actually more so play into it while we were in like high school and college, we would wear similar clothes to throw people off just for fun.
Yeah.
And then I remember one time he was still in the house and I was going to LA. And one of the TSA people were like, I didn't watch the episode yet. You got evicted? And I was like, no, no, no. Evictions are live. And I was like, I did not, I'm his brother. And they were like, oh my God, can we take a picture and pretend it's you? And I was like, Sure, why not? No one's
Yeah.
gonna be able to tell the difference. So I mean, and now people recognize both of us, and
Yeah.
even like when we would like walk down in like a busy area, people would like see me or like see him and they'd be like, huh, is that him from Big Brother? They'd keep walking, and then literally a clone walks right behind. It's like me walking right behind him, and they'll double take and they'll be like, nah, that's gotta be them,
Yeah.
you know?
Just confirmation.
That's awesome. So again, we talked about your work ethic. You guys are, serial entrepreneurs, I'll say. You do some real estate, growing so many businesses together, owning businesses together. So what's it like? I mean, you mentioned a little bit, Jack, to have so much on your plate. That's all you guys really know. But how is it truly to work together on all these projects?
I mean, it's awesome for us. It's also like how we grew up. We're in a family of entrepreneurs, not just like our immediate family, like our parents and everything, but even our extended family. When our parents immigrated to the US, and our uncles and everyone immigrated, they were taxi drivers at first. That's what our dad did, and then he and his brothers pooled their money together and went in on their first gas station and just like went into the entrepreneur route and then just started building from there different businesses. And so it's actually funny. Like usually being an entrepreneur is like going against the grain or like, oh, it's risk and high risk, high reward sort of thing. Right after college, I went into the corporate world for like a year and a half ish. And that was me going against the grain. Like my whole family was like, why are you doing that? Like, why don't you just start your own business or do something, or like help with family business? And so, yeah, I mean, it's just like, I think the environment that we grew up in and, um, you know, knock on wood, we're super close. And so we've been lucky enough to continue to have a tight bond even
Mhm.
in the workplace.
That's so amazing. You guys certainly have an affinity for fun. When Nick and I went down to Orlando and we did the Over the Veg Celebrity Weekend event, everybody was coming up to you guys. You guys were so much fun. It's like I said at the top, hopefully we could do more of that stuff. But I think there are other events coming up here in the future. There's that upcoming Big Brother cruise, right? So you guys are very involved with all these different types of events. So talk to us about the upcoming cruise. Are you going to be a part of that? And also the travel agency here. Are you guys like where are you guys standing when it comes to that at the moment?
Yeah, so we have a travel agency that we're co-owners with another person as well, and it's called Legacy Getaways,
Mhm.
and it's actually our travel agency that's putting on the Big Brother cruise. And so we are gonna be there for that. And yeah, we're just super stoked for it. It'll be a good time. We also not only are we like entrepreneurs, we also love traveling and love we're big like we love to host. That's what we do at home.
Yeah.
Like all our like our house is the house that people come through to for like game nights or just to hang out or whatever. And so um that whole like just it just meshes everything together. The traveling, the hosting, the like bringing people together and
And we
building
did
a
pretty
community.
decent on the Amazing Race, so it's like it just kind of made sense to do like a travel agency too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing everything from that event and hopefully many more in the future to come. Now, you talk about it. Obviously, you love traveling, so get the call for Amazing Race, Jag. This is right up your alley. Right away, are they telling you they're gonna do a Big Brother season, and then was there any doubt as to who you're gonna ask to be your partner? Any issue convincing your brother to go on TV?
First of all, they didn't tell me it was a Big Brother season, and I'm convinced that they called me because they wanted him on the Amazing Race more than they wanted me. I think it was like locked in from the beginning. They asked me like, "Hey, is Jazz available to do it with you?" And he's in the next room, and I'm
He's
like,
like,
"Hey,
my sister wants
down,"
to
and
do
he's
the
like, I'm
show.
down, and so it was no convincing at all. It's something that we knew we would have loved to do. And we actually grew up watching The Amazing Race with our family. That was our way of traveling. We're from a really
Mhm.
small town and didn't leave that much when we were younger. And so it was just really cool to get that call and to do it with him and immediately start training and just getting into that mindset. So yeah, the whole experience was really unique and just like memorable and just amazing for us.
Well, congratulations again on the victory. It was an amazing experience for you guys. Nick and I, we certainly loved watching this season with the Big Brother flair. Talk to us about, I think a crucial moment was getting the express pass from Kyland and Taylor. Were you too surprised by that, at that particular
We
point
had
in the
no
race?
idea. We were baffled. We were so surprised. And they didn't show this in that episode, but all the teams went around giving pitches
Pitches, yep.
Ah,
to why they want the express pass or, whatever. And we actually looked at each other at the beginning and we were kind of whispering to each other, like, should we even make a pitch? Like, it's not gonna come to us. It's probably gonna go to Joseph and Adam or Hannah,
yeah.
like someone that they're already super tight
Mhm,
with.
mhm.
But then we realized, the pitch is a good way to kind of introduce ourselves, why we're on the race, our story, and like might as well. Like closed mouths don't get fed. And so we made our pitch, and I think maybe the pitch resonated a lot with them. We talked a lot about like our community and our story and whatever. And we were really shocked because yeah, when Taylor and Kylan started to share who they're gonna give the express pass to, I think Taylor goes like,
They didn't show this in the
yeah,
episode either,
Taylor's like,
so
hey, I know what it feels like to be isolated, and so I'm gonna give this to someone that is the only one from their season. And so to us, we're like, oh well, that's definitely not us because Izzy's right there,
yeah.
you know. And we thought it was
I,
gonna go to like Natalie, and it was a
Or
strategic
like
move,
Cat or
or
someone.
Kat,
Yeah, yeah.
or but then they say Jag and Jazz, and like,
We're
hey,
shocked.
we're not gonna argue with you about that. We're not gonna. Actually, there is someone else from my. No chance. We're so stoked,
yeah.
super surprised, and like, I think it was a big confidence boost for
It
us
was
to
a
have
safety
that
net too, in
safety net.
general,
Yeah,
just to have that throughout the 8 legs that we had it. So
yeah.
Oh, I must say, I love the Jag Izzy rivalry. Although it's one-sided because Jag always wins. So I was hoping Jag was gonna get Izzy out right when she started bad-mouthing him. Uh, but yeah, you won again. Too
Hey,
bad, Izzy. Izzy's saying she controlled the Big Brother game on Amazing Race in her cutscene. What did she control? I got Jag out. Well, Jag came back in and won. So too bad, Izzy. Sorry.
that's so funny. Yeah, I mean, I think that was like the fun part of having a Big Brother season,
We
right?
knew each other. There was already
Yeah, you
built-in
know each
rivalry.
other, and some people have this beef. Some people have this like weird history or like unresolved stuff, or like you have like the Joseph there with Taylor, and Taylor's with Kyle. Like there's so many different dynamics, and some people are friends, and so it was fun. It was fun. Um, and I knew like where I stood with Izzy, or like kind of where we stood. It's like, well, we're not best friends, after the house, and it's not like we're on the phone kikiing with each other every day. And I knew that, right? And so I was like, all right, cool. So the one
You know,
person,
it'd be a good idea, Joe. Izzy and Jag get together. Izzy brings the flute. Jag rips that little right behind him the guitar off the wall.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Jam
yeah,
out.
have a little jam session. But yeah, I mean it was cool. I think it made the season more exciting
Definitely.
for us too. Just like having those different dynamics and
Now
Izzy.
you didn't get to spend too much time on the show with the other castmates, but what were some of the people that really left a great impression on you? I know he wasn't there long, but Enzo is hilarious. He's one of the funniest people I ever met. So
I
what was it like
wish
meeting these people?
So I wish, first of all, with the Enzo thing, he's hilarious. The stories that he shared and stuff.
mhm.
I wish we spent more time with him. But
We barely saw him.
yeah, like at the starting mat and stuff.
That was it.
Um,
He's gone.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's sort of how the race works. Like unless you're next to someone doing a challenge or whatever, you don't get to spend much time with them. But obviously, we made the train wreck alliance and
Mhm.
got really close with.
With like Joseph and Adam and
And
Nat and Steph,
yeah,
Yeah.
and outside of that, we were close with like Hannah and Simone,
yeah,
and like other teams like that. We're just like very social. And so like in like the train rides or whenever we had opportunities to like talk to other teams, we'd be talking to other teams.
yeah,
And not getting any sleep,
and like even like in the first episode, we saw like us with Tucker and Eric. We're on our tandem bikes doing little heart symbols, whatever. I mean, it was just we had so much fun with the race, and so anytime we're with someone, we're trying to just socialize and enjoy like what we're doing together too, and like um it was a lot of fun for us.
Very, very good. One thing that I really commend about you two, and I think that everybody loves, is how pronounced you two are when it comes to your faith, your spirituality, setting an example, for you guys and the rest of your people as well. So Jag, we've had you on 3 times. We've never asked you a question like this, but talk to us, and Jazzy, if you want to comment too, you can comment too. Describe to us and our viewers, that feeling, whether you were younger or through the years or whether you were traveling in Europe, at any time that a disagreement comes up or somebody makes a remark or a comment, whether it's profanity laced, whether it's, racially charged, right? Because for you two as well, I can imagine that you guys have had to deal with that for most of your lives. And again, I think the way that you carry yourself, especially in public now, after being on Big Brother, after being on The Amazing Race, after doing all these media tours and being in the public eye, I think you handle yourselves outstanding. So just talk to us about, those experiences that you may have had through the years, how you've dealt with them, and if you encountered that and out traveling across Europe, during this filming of The Amazing Race at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question too. I think that's something that like ever since we were young, growing up in a small town in the middle of nowhere called Omak, no one else looked like us at all. We were the first Punjabi Sikh family. We're the only people in our school that wore turbans and stuff, and so we got used to that at a very young age. And I think just something that our parents always taught us is just like to do good and put good out into the world, and that's what you'll receive that positive energy back. Because I know those instances can also be so frustrating, and it can easily put you in a really negative mindset. And so I think like in the race, they showed a great example of that where we were having a really hard time catching taxis
Right.
when we were in Hungary. And, it took us like 45 minutes. We're trying to hail down taxis, and all the other teams are able to find them, relatively quickly. And the moment we put on our hoods to cover up our turbans, within 2 minutes, a taxi stops for us. And obviously, that was frustrating for us because we're in a race, especially, and because like it's racial discrimination, right? And so
Yeah.
all those factors is tough for us. And we just made the decision to pivot and say, you know what, we're not going to take taxis for the rest of this leg. Like it's going to put us in a more negative headspace. We don't want to deal with that. We would rather go on foot and take the public transportation for everywhere we go. And that's exactly what we did for the rest of that leg. Just keeping in our positive mindset, not like letting any one
Hmm.
challenge or remark or situation change our mindset or our character. And so, I was super proud of how we handled that, especially on such a high pressure, competitive game show like that. And I think it's also testament to how we try to handle
Yeah,
ourselves.
and that was like one solid example that they used, but there were so many different things where we
Yeah.
would like walk into a shop and people would be like, "No, you can't be in here," right? Or like people crossing the street when we're like walking on one side of the street, right? And so like those are just things that we face in our daily lives and we've built like a resiliency to and we know how to pivot and adapt. And it is unfortunate that we face that, but like, from those experiences we've learned,
Yeah.
and so those were just like some examples. And obviously we weren't the only team facing those kinds of things, right?
Yeah,
Like
like
Joseph and Adam had their experiences, other teams had their experiences too. But we're glad that they chose the Amazing Race, chose to like showcase that, and they didn't just erase that part of our experience.
Yeah, I was glad they showed it, and you guys handled it well, and you still did really well in that leg, and of course you won. How long were you guys gone? How long did it take to film the whole show?
about a month.
About a month, yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right,
Yeah.
so I think they should do some more. I think they should do more Big Brother Amazing Race seasons.
Agreed.
You're
I thought it
bringing
was.
you're bringing that built-in audience. You're bringing the built-in rivalries,
Yeah.
and it'll be a smashing success. So for you guys, you get to the final leg.
Hmm.
All right. I mean, as a viewer, this looked like to me the easiest leg because you'd have to drive in Manhattan, which would have been a nightmare. You didn't have to take the subway. You were just in a taxi the whole time. You guys got the perfect taxi driver for you guys who you gave him all that money, you gave him the euros, well deserved. So what was it like, I guess, doing the final leg in America, first of all, and then, doing the final leg in New York? I mean, they were going from Brooklyn to the Bronx in a cab is a long ride, so that must have been a lot of pressure as well.
Yeah, I mean, for us, the final leg was, I mean, obviously it's a lot of pressure, but the moment we got into our, taxi and we realized, oh man, like our taxi driver is literally Punjabi Sikh. It was such a full circle moment for us after the experience that we just shared with you in Hungary,
Yeah.
and now in the leg that matters the most, we have this Punjabi Sikh taxi driver, and so in that moment, we looked at each other and we're like, dude, I think we might have clutched up. Like, I think we might have won the race because this could be the X factor for us. And he was so awesome. Like, just he was on our side the whole time and took us everywhere and waited for us. And so, for us, we didn't change anything about how we ran that last leg. For us, it was just we've been doing well and learning every single leg leading up to that leg. And so we want to just implement everything that we've learned and continue to stay positive and confident in ourselves and just like keep going through it. But that final leg was so cool. Like,
Yeah. You got to meet the Cookie Monster. You went to Sesame Street.
rappelling down the Empire State Building. I mean,
I was gonna say, how did it feel like? Did you feel like Spider-Man for a second?
it was crazy.
It was so
Yeah.
cool.
Like, it was like nobody gets to do. I mean, there's very, very few people.
I mean,
20
what?
people
Yeah,
ever.
Bill mentioned 20. Now 26 people who have rappelled down the Empire State Building. We had
Crazy.
no idea
Yeah.
until they showed it in the finale episode, and I was like, "Holy cow! This makes it even cooler
Yeah.
that we did that." You know, like we're two of 26 people who have rappelled down the Empire State Building.
It was wild. So
Yeah.
it was like, it was a really fun leg. And I thought it was fun, but also there's going to be a lot of pressure every single leg, but nothing compares to the final leg. Because then the
Yeah.
final leg,
Yeah.
it's not about I don't want to get last, it's that I have to get first. And
Right.
so it's the key difference. You can't slip up, you can't make mistakes that'll put you down in the pack or anything.
Yeah. Now, I know you guys are very humble, but hopefully you could answer this truthfully.
Oh boy.
Once you guys all team up to take out Tucker and Eric, was there any doubt in your minds that you were going to win the show?
Absolutely. I mean, like,
Was there doubt? Yes.
Yes.
You just said absolutely.
yeah.
Yes, there was. So basically, like, obviously we celebrate, right? We find out the next day, or like the next leg
Yeah.
that Tucker and Eric were eliminated because we weren't one of those teams
Yeah.
that saw Taylor and Kyland come in. So we're celebrating, and then we stop for a second, and both of us look at each other and we're like, if anything could take out Tucker and Eric,
It could take
anything
you
could
guys.
take us
Yeah.
out too, you know? So we took that moment to like re-ground ourselves and be like, look, we need to continue running our race and not get ahead of ourselves and not get cocky or overconfident and just keep doing what we're doing and just do our best, right? Rely on each other, on each other's skills and what we've been doing. So like we did celebrate and then we were really quickly like, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, you finished the entire race at Yankee Stadium. Now, as a Yankees fan, Nick's a Mets fan, absolutely love that. The winningest franchise in all of sports. Very soon, we're going to have the winningest reality TV player in history at this rate with you guys. But you ended up winning the money together. What an experience. Kind of appropriate where you ended up finishing. So I got to know. What was your first purchase after you guys won for each of you? Doesn't have to be like a major luxury purchase, but what was the first thing that you guys were like, you know what? Now that we won, we got to buy this.
What was our first purchase?
Probably Taco
I think
Bell.
we got Taco Bell or Chipotle. You know what I'm saying? We stick to our roots. We're like, man, I'm craving some Taco Bell. Yeah. I
Nick, we
think
got more Crunchwrap guys over here.
yeah.
We added sour cream. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Guacs extra, no problem. Double it up. That's awesome. So now the only question left really is, Jag, are you planning to win Survivor next?
That's the $1 million question.
There's the big three, and you got two of them, and they didn't come very hard for you. So, what do you
I
think?
mean, first of all, they were incredibly difficult, and I'm honored that you think that it wasn't difficult for me. But I mean, doing Survivor would be incredible. I would love to do it. Survivor, just like Big Brother and Amazing Race, is unique and has its own challenges and is very, very difficult, right? Amazing Race was not easy for us, right? It was a lot of high pressure. We had to perform every single time. If you mess up even once, then you're out of there. And we saw that with teams on our season, and we see that every season on the race. Same is true for Big Brother, right? It's so complex, and your fate is often in the hands of other people and how they perceive you. And so Survivor is like that as well. It's so difficult, and now you're doing it without food, without shelter, without and it's hard to focus in those situations, but I'm always up for a challenge, and so I would love to do Survivor as well.
All right, let's make it happen. And you won both games, but which one was more difficult overall, Big Brother or The Amazing Race?
Um, I think there's such unique games. For me, I think having my brother by my side on the Amazing Race made it easier because I had someone I knew I could trust. It was the two of us versus the challenges that we're doing. And so we could support each other and keep each other accountable and stay positive.
Mhm.
Big Brother for me was incredibly difficult because,
You were in there 100 days.
yeah, just
Longest season ever.
and and just the nature of it that your fate is often in other people's hands, whereas on the
Yeah,
race it's in your own hands. So I would say Big Brother was for me just because
definitely.
it's a
More
psychological game.
mentally tough, yeah,
Yeah.
and you're trapped inside. Jess, what was it like watching Jag on Big Brother?
So stressful. Like he had his, and I'm watching live like everyone else is. I'm
Yeah.
glued to the live feeds, right? And so it was very stressful. I honestly, before he left, I was like, dude, just don't get evicted week one. And I'm very proud of you. So
Yeah.
he didn't get evicted week one. He got evicted week four, but then came back in the
I
game.
almost think
So
it might be
Shout out
more.
to Matty Ice.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
the
yeah.
Jag was the Terminator.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it honestly might be more stressful for like people that are like the family members of the people on Big Brother because you get to see all the shit that people are talking
Right.
about
You don't know in the
your loved
house.
one. You know what I mean? I might walk in there and like I'm gonna have an inkling of this person isn't gonna work with me, this person, whatever, but I don't know
mm,
all the
mhm,
details of what
mhm.
they're saying. And so it probably is infuriating on the outside to be helpless and to see somebody like plotting against the person that you are rooting for so much. And so that's probably stressful as hell.
Now, with Big Brother, we've seen it before with Cody and Paulie. They both did Big Brother. So, Jess, Big Brother in your
Get him
future,
in there.
do
Get
it.
him in there.
Would you do it?
He'll do even better than me. That's a guarantee right
They're gonna
there.
raise the prize.
He holds so many records. There's
Yeah.
no way I do better than you. But honestly, I'm open to more opportunities as well. Like I think this is such a unique opportunity for both of us.
He's a game bot. He would cook in there. He's being so humble. He literally trained me before I went into Big Brother. There were moments where I was in the house and I was like not in the best position. And I was like, shoot, like I wish he was here instead of me and that we could swap out because he might know how to handle this situation better. So I have faith
But
that
at this point, if I were to walk in week one,
then
they'd
he'd
be like,
walk out with 750K is what he would do. That's what
He'd walk in and they'd be like, "We got to get Jag out of here. He can't win
yeah.
again."
yeah. They'd be like, bro, didn't you already win Big Brother? I'd be like, no, I swear I'm not. And they're like, you're not getting us.
Well, I think it's a strong possibility,
Yeah,
Joe. What do you think?
I think so. I think Jazz would be an excellent fit to go into the Big Brother house. Unfortunately, I mean, just there's a year between you two. You guys do really look alike. So, under
Yeah.
previous circumstances, maybe we couldn't have gotten away with you like going in as like twins or something and, kind of doing what they did with Liz and Julia a bunch of seasons ago, season 17. But Jazz, I think if they give you the call, I think you got to go.
He's ready.
Honestly, I'm down.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
now, because Jag was really good with the memory stuff at the end, some intense stuff, the let's goes, really letting it loose. So it makes me think about how great he was, and I still feel bad for Vince from this season, just total blunder, not reading on the memory stuff. Tough, but that's the type of pressure. I mean, and Jag did the pressure cooker itself, so high stakes. Your mind goes numb in there, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's a social experiment. They're playing mind games with us in there. And so that's what makes it so fun to watch as a viewer and so stressful and intense and rewarding to play as someone that's in the house too.
Absolutely. All right, so time for the signature question of the show. What in your lives or your careers or with reality TV has been your you know I'm right moment? Now, what I mean by that, a time or place you wanted to pursue something, you asked somebody for advice, that person told you, bad idea, don't do it, not going to work out. You said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. And in the end, you will see why it is that I'm right about this. And I can tell you, I told you so.
Oh, damn, that's a good question. Let me think about that.
I
When
gotta think
is the
about this
time
too.
that somebody I would I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think about like one specific moment if somebody told me like, ah, you won't be able to do this. Like I think for me, it's almost me saying it to myself with like Big Brother. Like I never imagined, like I feel like maybe I was my own biggest op. Like I would never get on Big Brother. You know, I've never seen anyone that looks
Right.
like me or like us on a TV show like that. And so it was that sort of mindset at first. And he was my number one supporter that was like, nah, like you can do it. And then he helped train me and like me applying, me getting the interviews, going through the process, him training me, going in there and having faith in me was what really propelled that so much. And
Mm.
so that's probably a unique way to answer that. But yeah, I would probably say that. And then like going on to Big Brother and doing, I mean, I was so happy to even be on Big
Yeah.
Brother. Kind of like what he shared, I was like, I just don't want to be the first one out. And then we'll go week by week. And obviously, I'm going to work as hard as I can. But never in a million years would I have imagined that I would not only get on to Big Brother, but I would win it. So that was a pretty insane and like fulfilling and rewarding moment for me.
Very nice. Guys, this has been a pleasure. Always love seeing you two out. Always love, like I said at the top as well, always love when we come up to you guys and you guys give us the big, right? Like that to
You
me
know I'm right.
is so rewarding, and we love the fact that we become so close with you guys. And over 2 years ago, Jack, we had you on for the first time when you won the show. And I don't know if you remember this, but I sat outside a cafe in Brooklyn and I did the interview on my phone. And now, thankfully, I'm in my own house, in the confines of my own house. But this has been an incredible journey for you over the course of the last 2 years. Your determination pushed you through on Big Brother. Your outstanding personality and the way you carry yourself gave you the opportunity to play the amazing race with somebody who you love very dearly, one of the closest people in the world to you, your brother, and you guys persevered and you won the show. I can't tell you how happy I was for you guys. When you guys were sitting on the balcony in Berry Park and you were with your parents and you were surrounded by everybody from the show and the reaction that you got. It was so genuine. Everybody loved you guys. Congratulations once more. I hope more reality TVs in your futures, especially Survivor for you, Jag. You got to get the three. Jazz, I really think Big Brother's going to become calling your way real soon. So have your phone ready to go. But Jag knows how this works. Jazz, you don't. What we do here is we always give our guests the last word. So if there's anything else you guys would like to share or promote for yourselves, outside your businesses on top of what you've already talked about here, by all means, go ahead. It's the holiday season here. So, from all of us, we wish you guys, the best through the remainder of this holiday season here. We wish you the best of luck in 26 and beyond. Guys, how'd you like this episode? Was it fun doing it with your brother, Jag?
Oh, I mean, this was so fun. Thank you so much for having us on. The energy is always great. We love the vibes with both of y'all as well. And I mean, it's been so fun just having this experience with my brother as well. Like the whole reality TV world, after Big Brother, he was already supporting me so much and kind of by my side at every event that we would go to and everything. And so it was so fitting that we went on the Amazing Race together, had the most incredible experience and the perfect ending that we could have only ever wished for. So thank y'all so much, and it's just been an honor.
Yeah, it's been an honor coming on here. You guys will have to have me on when I don't have my wisdom teeth removed because I
Yeah.
can barely talk. And so I really appreciate you guys having
Have
me
him on after he wins Big
Right, I was
Brother.
gonna say we'll lock
Right,
it in.
yeah.
We'll lock it in for September, October. Right
Yeah.
there we go. Well, guys, this has been great. Congrats again on the big win. And that's going to do it here for this episode of You Know I'm Right. For our very special guests, the Amazing Race winners, the Bains brothers, my co-host Joe Calabrese, I'm Nick Durst, and this has been You Know I'm
Right. Let's
Okay.
go.